Hello everyone, it's daytime. You can call me Buster, and welcome to a new series here on the channel that I'm calling Sonic Runners Revival, the Daily Run. So, I'm not going to go too much into detail about what this game is and how to play it, because eventually I'm going to make a video that's going to detail all of that in detail, I suppose. But I will tell you what this series is about. So, as you can tell, I'm moving around a lot. I'm recording this entirely on my phone, which is cool. Android apparently has a screen recorder that can record the game and the mic, and also give me a little face cam right here. Hi, I'm in a little circle. I can even move it around. I can be over here, and I can even I can draw on the screen like this. Look, this is Espio and Charmy. Those are my characters. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, how do I? Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, in this game, it's just like an infinite runner game, unless you're playing timed mode over here. You can also see my touches, by the way. That circle is me touching. And I like timed mode a lot. So you can play as a character and a sub-character, and every character has a different effect. So hero characters give you a distance bonus, and then... I need to move this overlay thing. No, stop! I'm I'll get used to this, don't worry. And then there's speed, fly, and power characters. And then there's lots of different types. Dark types give you a flat score bonus, for example, and then chaotics, which is the ones I'm going to be using, give you a flat ring bonus. And then you can limit smash your characters a few times, and the more you do that, the more time you get in timed mode, and there's also other bonuses they get, so... I have all of my Chaotix characters fully limit smashed. I need to get Charmy leveled up to 100, and that makes your items last longer. So that's characters. And then there's also two buddies that you get. And these give you little effects, like, for instance, it loads in here, there's the normal Chow. He's a common guy. He just boosts your score by 45% at max level. And these guys can also be leveled up. You get them by spinning the roulette. Yeah, it's a gotcha game, but... this particular version of the game is run by fans, and you can't actually pay any money. If I go to this shop up here, you can see I can only buy stamina, which is not really a true stamina system because it's really hard to run out of stamina unless you really suck. And rings. You can't actually buy the red star rings. But those are what you use to spin the roulette. So my buddies are Hunk of Meat, which gives you 15 extra rings for every super ring you collect, so that's like a 10 in one ring, or 13 if I'm not using a power. And then RC Turtle, which you can see is still level 9. I need to get one more copy of him to get him maxed out. But every so often, your combo will make regular rings into super rings, so they combo really well together. And then, of course, I showed you my Chaotix characters. The Chaotix give you that ring bonus. And then you get an even bigger ring bonus just for being limit smashed. So you get a lot of rings just from that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. This is the daily run. I'm just going to be playing this. I'm not necessarily going to be uploading one of these daily, even though I call it the daily run. But this is going to be a series that will hopefully be able to fill in some of the gaps in the meanwhile, while I work on scripted content, so there's also some boosters you can choose. I always do the sub-character, because then you get the extra bonuses. I like to do the score boost, because it's just an extra score boost. The laser is overpowered, and then for timed mode I go magnet, so I can draw in more of those super rings when they occur. And then just a combo bonus, because that gives you a little score boost, basically. So this is a fly stage, so I'm going to be playing as Charmy, and here we go. Oh yeah, you also get a score boost for having number of buddies. Somehow I only have 26% of them. Kind of wild. Because I've been playing this for a while. So, this is the game. Fly type characters, so what you do is you can do a regular jump and then you can fly for a little while. And there isn't a meter or anything, but it is limited by time. And you can collect those little clocks to make the timer go higher. A little longer, yeah. Alright, that was the visual effect of the super rings appearing. You noticed a whole bunch of super rings appeared. That was because of my RC Turtle buddy. And now that combined with my hunk of meat. Now I already have 300 and something, now 400 and something rings. And at the end of every section you fight Eggman, you can hit him to get more rings and clocks, and there's also like a 1% chance or something like that a red star ring will come out of him. And you really want to get those. Ooh! So I just got a free laser. That's really nice. This is the most overpowered item in the game, in my opinion. As long as I keep tapping, I'll draw in stuff. If I don't tap, I won't draw stuff in, so I'll just keep tapping. And then when I'm about to run out, I'll stop. Yeah. And that's great, because it gets me everything on screen. It draws in all of the super rings, clocks, animals, and everything. And when you kill an enemy, it'll drop an animal, but then you have to go and collect that animal later. And they're very easy to miss. They don't give you a ton of score, but since I'm using limit boosted characters, they get an animal bonus despite everything, so... Also, there's these little crystals. There's blue ones, and then green ones, and red ones. And red ones are worth the most, and blue ones are worth the least. And of course, the big versions are worth 10 times as much. I guess that's not an obvious thing. Of course they are. They're worth more. So if you have the choice between like small blue crystals and large red crystals, always go for the large red ones. It's worth way more. Alright. So it's not usually worth, like, jumping out of your line to get an animal, because in this game, being slightly out of your line can be really deadly, because you'll land in spikes or a bottomless pit or something. Oh, I'm going to avoid that. I actually really hate having the, you know what? I'm going to use this, in fact, because there's a lot of stuff to draw in right here. I don't like being in the drill, because it forces you into the ground, and then you have to kind of take the lower route, and in this game it's usually better, in fact in Sonic games in general, honestly, it's usually better to be on the top route. There's better stuff there. You can go faster, which lets you, I mean in timed mode it matters to go faster, because you can clear more sections, do more Eggman sections, obviously get more items and rings and score and what have you. And a lot of the times, doing that is the difference between getting one final Eggman section and not. So notice my ring count here. Bam, it went down, and I banked them. That's because I hit the star post, the checkpoint. Every time you hit the star post, you bank your rings, and if you don't bank your rings, you just don't get them. So if I run out of time and I have like 1,000 rings in my inventory, if I haven't banked them, then too bad. You can spend 3 red star rings, up to 5 times you can do that at the end of your run to continue, and it'll give you something like 20 seconds, I think, and it'll also automatically bank your rings and give you a bunch of upgrades. I try not to use the continues too often, though, unless I really... I'm bad at that part, unless I really need them. I'm going to turn on my shield here. I'm really bad at getting the full combo on those trick ramps. I need to practice it a little better. So hopefully, I'm not the best at explaining things, especially at the same time as I'm playing, but hopefully it's easy to kind of understand how the game works and what you need to do in certain situations. And as you keep watching me play this, over time, I think you guys should understand a little bit better. I'm going to activate my score bonus just because. That last item, I kind of just take because I have a whole bunch of every single item, and there's no reason not to take an extra score bonus, you know. I don't really need it. It doesn't help me get extra rings or anything, but... Okay, this part is good. Normally, those first 2 arcs on that little section are regular rings. And only the last part are super rings, but because I activated my super D, ooh, this is great. They are super rings. I'm really bad at that part, and me trying to make sure I talk while I play to be entertaining is making me have a bit of a hard time. Okay, here we are. I like to tap the bottom, by the way, you play just by tapping the screen once to jump and do all your other actions, which is nice. It's a game built for phones. And I like to tap the bottom for one reason, to keep my thumb out of the way, and also because tapping the little progress meter there doesn't activate anything. On the right side there's a button that lets me swap between my characters, which I don't want to hit because I want to use my fly character for the whole time if possible. If I die though, SBO will come out, and I'll get to play as him. But of course I'm on the fly type stage, so it's... Excuse me? What was that? Okay. Anyway, you see my time is up, and I could spend 3 red star rings to continue. And it shows... I only have 5 right now because there's an event going on. They added a new character to Revival with the latest update. They actually updated this game, even though it's a fan-made game. Well, it's not fan-made. This is like a fan server for the game. They got it up and running again. So anyway, let me go through this. So we have the score, rings, animals saved, and distance run. I go to the character bonus, and you can see limit smashed characters give you a huge bonus. And Charmy isn't even all the way up to level 100 yet, so he doesn't give the biggest bonus he possibly could on some of these factors. But it's really a big deal. So I get 44,000 rings, and I only spent 10,000 to get the sub character, and SBO more than made up for himself in that way. So yeah, I got 82,000, or 82 million, yes. And this high score of 275 million, you can kind of ignore that because I used all 5 of the revives with the red star rings to get that. So, in my mind, it kind of doesn't count. And then, the more rings you collect, you can level up your characters. You can also pay rings to try and level them up, but I don't really see the point. Alright, so that's how that works. Next time, I think I'll show you guys story mode. And you'll notice I have almost 1.7 million rings. And that's because now that I'm done limit boosting all of the Chaotix characters, they're all at 10. The next thing I want to... Oh, the left arrow is actually behind my inner camera right there, which is funny. I was informed that the dark characters are best to use for story mode, just because of the score bonus. And the story mode is actually an infinite runner, but it has a few differences that make it hard to survive forever. But yeah, with limit smashing you can do so for 500,000 rings each. Some characters take less, but Shadow and Rouge are the dark characters. There isn't a power type dark character, which is kind of a pain, but oh well. So I'm going to work on limit smashing Shadow, that's what I want to do. So I've been saving up so I can do this on camera. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, and every time we get to 500,000 I'm going to limit smash him. And I'll make sure to save it for on camera, because I like to play this game a lot just on my spare time. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to the Sonic Runners Revival Discord so that you guys can go figure out how to play this game for yourself. It's going to be a lot easier to install on Android because iOS is bad. Sorry, it's more of a closed system than Android, so it's harder to install stuff like this because it's not on like the official Play Store or the App Store or anything like that. But that's going to be all for today. There's also some features that don't work, like the daily battles and the rankings. You can see it just says first on both of them. Those just aren't implemented yet in the fan server, but they are working on stuff. Before we go, it looks like I have one spin here, so I'll show you the roulette. This is the item roulette, not the premium one. I happen to have one ticket. You get those by doing various things. But let's go ahead and spin. And I got 2 shields. I already have 99 of everything, and it counts past 99, it just only shows 99 on the item screen. that's how that works. You can get rings, and sometimes red star rings also appear on this. If you get big, it gives you a slightly better roulette that also has super instead of big, and if you get super, then at the top it'll say jackpot, and you can get like 185,000 rings, or usually over 100,000 rings if you hit the jackpot. So you can get good stuff out of this, and you can also get common buddies. This is the premium roulette though. You can get common buddies here. Silver ones are uncommon and gold ones are rare buddies, and then the sparkly speckled ones are character eggs. Those are the ones you want, which is why they're itty bitty. Then you also have lucky eggs. If you get a character or a buddy that is already at the max level on the premium roulette, it'll give you some special eggs, and once you get 10 of them, you get a free spin. And they're all the same. Like, you have a better chance to get a character. Right now, I've been spinning for... where is it? She's... Okay, hold on. Oh, the event is over. Okay, no wonder. So I've been spinning to get Marine. Marine is the new character that they actually added for the 2.1 update. And she was only available for a limited time, and it looks like... I got tons of characters, okay? But she must have had like a 1% chance to drop because I never got her, and now it looks like she's gone. Uh-oh. That's too bad. Oh well. But I'll show you guys the premium roulette at some point in a future episode because that's part of the game. It's kind of fun to spin. Alright, but I'll be seeing you guys on the next daily run. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Of course, make sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more. But until next time, goodbye everyone. It's nighttime.